So make sure you've got your water around, have a chair around. Hannah and I were just talking about if, at any time that you get tired, you are welcome to stop and just stand and observe, or even go to your chair. From your chair, you can continue to do the movements, or you can choose to just watch from your chair. But taking your time to let the body, here's Deb, let the body rest and catch up. I know I've got travelers in here, and a lot of times we are tired from our road trips, plane trips, all of the complications that come along with those things. So feel free to go back and into your chair at any time. So I'm going to give Deb a minute to get all cut up here. And Deb, we were just discussing that last week's focus and what we'll focus through this class in our 6 principles is to move slow, smooth, and continuous. That helps the energy flow in the body. And actually, I am going to change my shoes. Deb, glad you're here. So maybe another 1 or 2 will pop in. Hang on just a moment. Okay. So here is another point to think about in this class. Um, let's see, and I've got Mary Jo in here. Yeah. Is that I was talking about going to a chair as needed. As long as we stand in this class, which is longer than most of the classes that I teach, for me to be able to stand this long on this hard floor, I do wear my shoes. And I don't normally wear shoes when I do Tai Chi. But in this particular class, as long as we are on our feet, I do wear my shoes. So up to you whether you are barefoot or in shoes. Get your last sip of water. And let's begin our warm up by walking around in our room and taking our hands and opening and closing and imagining ourselves all together. Um, what a wonderful opportunity that would be. But as long as I've taught on Zoom and took, which is 7 years, I am so used to it that I still feel greatly in community being all together, even though that we are on Zoom. So I hope you are as comfortable with that too. If this is your first experiences taking this class, then you will find that you get more and more used to it, comfortable with it, however it is that you want to put it. So find your comfortable feet. My heels are close together. My toes are just a little out. You can be parallel and a little further apart. Whatever gives you that great sense of stability. And that is what we're looking for. So we're going to begin our warm-ups with our neck. We're going to let the hands float up and turn towards us, pressing the chin back. and then down. Breathe in and out. In and out. This gentle movement in the neck. And let the hands float up. Whichever one's on top, just let that neck turn in that direction, gently changing hands. Don't force anything. We're just warming up. And then you may find with each turn that you can go a little further. Or maybe not. Let the hands float down. And rolling the shoulders 3 times forward, keeping the neck nice and loose. Then back. Let the hands come out and press down. Breathe in and out. Then hold your ball and let one hand press down and the other press up. We're not going to look up. Breathe in. We're opening the spine. This is all about the spine. Breathe in and out. Again, grabbing that ball. This time actually turning the spine according to your spine. You know the areas of your spine. You decide how the movement goes. Do one more each side. Back to the center and the hands come down. Let them float up and let's get into the hips and then let sink and a heel comes forward and the foot comes through and we lift and we go forward. Back to center. Shifting your weight, keeping that knee slightly bent, whatever feels good to you. Breathe in and out. One more. And back to center. Now we're going to press and toe out. Opening up the quad, the inner side of the hip. And back to center. So this time we're going to get our soft fist and we're going to step forward, heel, toe, punch with the opposite hand, back. We did not transfer the weight as a little reminder. Heel, toe. We're just getting the knee to flex. We're breathing. Breathe in and out. Now this time we will transfer the weight. So the heel goes out, the toe goes down, the punch, and then the lunge. The knee stays right at the toe. Breathe in and out. I was backing myself up. There we go. I gave us an extra because I kind of messed one up. So coming back to the center, just getting the hands comfortable for balance. And then we're going to get our ankles going with the heel and the toe. Back to the center, opposite foot. Back to the center. And now you're inside, outside. Being very aware of the knee. And back to center. Just shake all that off. So get a drink of water if you want, and we're going to start with going through the entire routine with the addition of the new move we did last week. And we're going to do it 3 times. We're going to call on the brain and the body to remember what it is that it knows, but we're going to get them connected. If you mess up, do not worry about it. Remember, get messy. You've got to be moving to get it right. And if you mess up, so what? It's just me and you, you know? All right. So get your feet, heels together, toes a little turned out if that works for you. I'm going to talk you through the first one. Hands float up in front, palms facing. And as they come down to prepare the U, the weight goes into the right leg, stepping to the left corner. Hands go out, a widened stance. Back in hands, open and close, shifting to the left, stepping to the right corner. Hands open, following the left palm. Hand comes down, toe touch. Change hands. Stepping out. Hands float like clouds. This is number 2. Number 3. And then coming to the side a little, back to center. Palms face each other. Weight to the right foot. Toe touch. Oh, I'm sorry. To the right corner, follow the right hand. Left corner, follow the right hand. And then a step in. Changing hands. One, two, three. And then hands come back and face each other. Then we go to the right foot. Right hand extends. We step out and push. Step in and finish. So that got us through our 7th move, which is brush knee. That is this one. And then you can just step in and hands come down. Okay, so that was a little refresher. I only messed up twice. So see? All right, let's get ready to go again. Hands float up. Open and close. Weight to the left. Foot to the right corner. Stretch out. Follow the left hand. Toe tap in. Change hands. 1, 2, 3. Back to the center, palms face. Weight to the right, step to the left. Follow the right hand. Shift in. 1, 2, 3. Back to the center. Open and close. Shift to the right. Right hand extends. Stepping. Push. And then a half step in. Then a full step and close. That one easier for you? It was easier for me. And I'd already warmed up doing it several times this morning. Yeah, good, good. All right. So we're going to do it the 3rd time. Then we'll talk. All right. Get your feet. I'm not going to talk this time at all. Okay, so hopefully that one was even easier. So now, are there any questions, um, especially about last week's edition of um, brush knee? So one of the things I want you to remember is I'm going to do brush knee from this side, is that we just finished our cloud hands. As I shift to the right, you can see me. As I shift to the right, this arm extends. This palm is facing down. My weight's on the right because I'm going to pick this foot up and step out. And what I want in here is a channel. See, so that's really not even enough. So here we are. I'm going to shift to the right. And when I step, see how I've got that space? Then I shift forward, push, step up that half step, heel goes down, and then I step up and end. So that's the end of the brush knee is here. But my feet are apart like railroad tracks. And that is so you have good stability in your base. That's important because if you only step out to like this, then you're going to be like this.
One
So
more
we
time,
want,
please.
okay,
One
showing
more
it
time.
from this angle.
Yeah.
So I've done open and close. So I shift to the right, and the right hand extends, the left hand turns down. I pick up this heel, stepping out, turning and pressing, half step up, toe, heel. This is at hip, this is at shoulder. Palm down, palm out. The weight is about a 70-30. Most of the weight's in the front leg, but this toe is giving me stability. Okay. Did I see? Let me see here. Okay. Okay, from the start, from the front. Okay, so I'm going to do that, but I'm also going to tell you if you don't want to see it, then you don't watch. And so I don't want you to start going off in the wrong directions because we're doing this from the front. If you're good at being able to do it opposite from me, that's fine. But not everybody is. And I don't want to give you that confusion. But I'm going to do this once here. So the hands float up and down. This is 3. Hands come back in. Open and close. So know that that is in the recording. You want to practice with that, if that's your choice. And we're almost at a half hour, so you'll be able to find it in the recording easily that way. Okay, so any other questions? Any question about that? Making the channel, did that make sense to everybody? That broader base to make your self more stable. All right, then we're going to go on with the next move. Good, 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 good. Yeah, good job. All right, so we were, let's see, open and close. Hand goes out. And then the little half step up. So my toe is what touches first, and then the heel goes down, but it's not that I put the weight in the heel. The weight is still in the toe, but the heel is lowered. From here, I'm going to let the hands face each other, and I'm going to step back now. The left hand is going to extend. The right hand is at the elbow. And then that left foot just comes back a tiny. And then we have the exact same thing with the toe is there and the heel is lowered, but we're not putting weight in it. So we are at this. Now I'm going to take the full step back, hands face. So to practice that footwork, we're going to practice the forward and back. And we're actually going to do it on both sides, just so you get the flow of the feet. So I'm going to hold my legs up. We're not going to do any hands. So we were actually in this half step. And so now I'm going to step back and then step to the side. I'm going to step forward with the toe and then the half step up, step back, and come together. Step forward, half step up, full step back, come together. Half step up, step back, come together. Step forward, half step up, heel comes down, step back, feet come together. So actually in our movement, we are at this place. And then from this place, we take a full step back, and then we just transfer the weight back. And then this left foot barely lifts and comes back so that we can have a slightly bent knee. Let me get that hand down. It's in my vision here. So I'm going to keep this and we're going to concentrate on the feet. So we stepped out and then did the push hand. And then we did a half step up, lower the heel slightly. The weight's still in the front leg. And we take the full step back, transfer the weight. Now see how this straightened out my left leg when I lowered that heel. So I'm just going to lift a little toe and a little heel. So that gets my knee back to bent. So this probably goes from here to here. And that's all there is to it. So it is really simple, but I know it looks complicated and it may feel complicated some. Brush knee once more. And then I'm going to add on the new move. So we're going to do the brush knee and play the lute. The play the lute is today's new move. Okay, so we are in this position. We transfer the weight over, the arms extend out, pick up that left heel, step out, and push. Half a step up. That is still part of brush knee. Now play the lute. As I step a full step back, the hands face each other. As I'm transitioning the hands, the weight goes to the back. We bring that left foot back and a tiny touch. And your hand is at your elbow. And that is because this is an energy exchange. There is a big energy spot in the palm of your hand, and the 3 meridians of the arm come through the softness of the inner elbow. So this is an energy exchange. That's a Tai Chi thing. Whether you believe in that or not, don't worry about it. It's happening. So let's go through that again. Let's do brush knee and the new lute move. So we've done open and close. To the right side, the right hand extends, the left one turns down. We step that channel, push, half step up, full step back, palm space. And as this arm goes out, this foot comes back. And again, it's a 70-30. Your back leg is carrying the bulk of the weight. Your left leg is really a sort of like a stabilizer, a touch point that you know, I've got something over there. I'm not like balancing on one leg. I've got some weight in that leg. Okay, did that help with the brush knee? Let me get a sip of water. Okay. Any other questions? All right, let's go through that again. Then I'm going to get you to practice on your own. And I want you to practice on the brush knee and play the lute, where you can see where maybe there are some questions that you have. So let's start from the end of the walking hands to the left. The hands come in, we open and close, shift to the right leg, pick up that left heel, and then the hands extend, heel toe, push, half step up, half back, full step back, hands change. All right, I'm going to let you practice that on your own. Just start from the end of the wave hands like clouds and do the brush knee. Start by shifting your weight to the right. The right hand extends. If that helps you get started. Then you step out with the left leg, making the channel and push. How's it feeling? Okay, I'm going to take a minute and do this seated from the front while you're still practicing so I can give this to Deb or any of those that are in your chair. So we just finished the last. Hands float like clouds. Coming back to the center. Going to open and close. And then the right hand extends. Left hand comes to the hip and push. And that hand is going to come down. They're going to face each other. This hand is going to go to the elbow space, and the left hand goes out. So you've done open and close. Right hand goes out and push. Hands drop down and face each other. Left hand goes out. And that gives you the seated move. Deb, what do you mean by left foot?
After, excuse me, after we turn out and make the channel, I get confused between when the left foot has a heel and when the left foot has a toe. You know, we're making the half step and the full step. Is it?
Yeah, yeah. This is one of those odd times that the foot actually looks like a toe. So we were here. Weight goes to the right. We step out, heel, toe. There's the channel. You just kind of turn the back foot. Step up. Here's a toe, heel. That's your little half step.
Right.
And then the weight has to be all up front on the left leg because we're going to take a full step back, which is going to be a toe, heel. And then as we have to bring this foot back, it's going to go toe. That's when we do a toe, heel. The
Okay.
heel doesn't go all the way down. The
Okay.
same as when we're in the half step, the heel is not all the way down.
Okay. Okay. So it's actually the toe is actually doing the work. The heel is just ready in case it needs to be.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. So the toe is your balance point
Mm-hmm.
here. If it was your heel, you would put too much weight in it. Feel the
Mm-hmm.
difference. When it's your toe, you're happy to stay on the back leg. When you put that heel down and then you're going to
Mm.
put the toe, then you automatically start
Right.
pushing in that
Yep.
direction. Yeah, makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It does.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Thanks.
You're welcome. Good question. Anything else along that line? So y'all can all do those two moves together? Practice, practice, practice. Well, let's do them again. I want to get it firmly entrenched so that when you practice this week, of course, you'll have the video, but so we do our open and close, weight to the right, stepping out and push, half step up, toe, heel, going back, shifting the hands, toe, heel. All right. Everybody feels good with that? You want to do the whole thing? All right. I'm always up for the whole thing. Get a drink of water, everybody. The more you do it, the better you get best at what you practice most. Okay. Commence Tai Chi. Here's something else I want to point out. All that you can at this point, stay in your bended knees with your open quad. All of the time that you can stay as you shift from side to side with the bended knee. You are building tremendous strength and balance. If that gets too hard on your knee, your ankle, your hip, and you need to straighten and stand for some moves, you can do that. And I invite you to do that. However, the more that you can stay with the bended knee and the open quad, the stronger you're going to get. So play with that and never, ever worry about needing to stand and get the pressure off of your knees or your glutes or even your ankles or lower back. But the more you can do this, the more you can step forward and come back and stay down, the stronger you're going to be. I bet you are looking better too, Jules. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And really give yourselves a big pat on the back. Think about the first time we did cloud hands. Think about the first time I had you transfer your weight. Oh, the U. Oh my gosh, didn't the U take us a long time? And that was literally this movement with your hands. Look how far you've come. Wow. You've come a very long way. And that If you stay with that slow, smooth, continuous, you will look even better. Because if that is your focus, if your focus is instead of, I mean, how pretty is that compared to it makes a big difference. Yes, very reassuring. Yes. Uh, let's go ahead and cool down and we'll come back in and talk a little bit. I don't want to too much overload your brains because last week's and this one, even though they're so short in amount of moves, it's still very different because now we're doing the forward and back. And that's different because we've been doing everything side to side. So let's just take a moment. Let's thank these thighs, thank these glutes for doing what they've done for us. It's giving them a little TLC. I always think that feels so good. And then a little squeeze and release of the hands. Our hands are our expression, but also they're a huge exchange of energy anytime this is going on. You're exchanging energy. And then let's get ready to sink the chi, breathe it all in, gather, and sink. Even though in this course they don't call it this, we know it's sinking the chi. One more. And even though we didn't start with it, salute. Okay. Get your water, get your chair. You know, one of the things that you could do to really help yourself in your practice is to record yourself and then watch it. And that's where you can look for the details. You already know if you're doing this footwork or that footwork. Maybe you lose your balance more when this particular move or another. Everybody has a weak side and a solid side. My right hip replacement is my weak side, but it's not my hip, it's my right thigh. So that is where I have to put more practice in being able to let that side hold my weight to do any type of balance exercise or movements. But that sinking down and opening the qua and breathing out as you come over to that side and sink, you'll gain balance. And just play with it. Happens every time. And it will always happen. It's just a, a physical thing with the body. I can't think of the word I was trying to say. Um, so so if you're going, if my right side is my weakest side. So if I've got that knee bent and then I come put the weight on that side and breathe out as I lift the left leg, I will have better balance. Let me show you. The breath out as well as the sink. So if I'm going to shift my weight, say I stepped out, I shift my weight over here, and I'm going to sink and breathe out. My balance is better. I can't do it while I'm talking. So play with that. And it has to do with pulling the core in as you sink and breathe out. See, now I can do it. So I wasn't pulling in the core back there. That came to me just as I stepped forward. So breathe out, pull in the core, have the knee bent, and you will have better balance. And practice that on your weakest side. And then that enables you to gather strength on that side, which again, for me, is my right side. It's not the hip, it's my thigh where the hip was put in. So, as this week we were slow, smooth, and continuous in your list, for next week, as you are practicing, we want to use the principle as if moving against a gentle resistance. So, such as when the hands are coming in and out, think of pulling taffy and then pressing a ball. As you're going into the brush knee, pushing against that wall. When we shift over and follow the left hand, think about opening a really heavy curtain. So we want to look at focusing this week on the resistance, um, gentle resistance as our Tai Chi principle for the week. All right, any questions? I know those two moves, mental. Remember and practice with you after program ends. Yeah, I don't know if you were here, Deb. Anne has extended the Punch Pass content library for this class to the middle of July. An email should have come to you last week. I can't tell you what day of the week or if it was the first of this week, but there is an extension. Yes, and I have to give her full credit. I didn't even ask for it. I had asked that it stay up the entire program, and I got that, and I was just going to stay happy with that. So, yes, so to the middle of July. So, again, I would say that'd be a good thing for you um, to film yourself, and that'll help you remember the moves, and then you can practice with yourself because you know what you need to work on.
KK,
Yeah, ma'am.
I don't think I have a copy of that list. Can you either send me one or tell me where I can get it?
I sent it to everybody at one point.
Maybe it's when I was not here.
Maybe I will go back into the Punch Pass email list and I will resend it to
Oh, good.
everybody. It's just easier if I just do email
Right.
all.
Okay.
So
That's
everybody will be
great.
getting it again.
That'll be great.
Yeah. So what will I teach after this? Thank you, Jules. Always happy to have you. Um, so I do teach on Tuesdays through Villages of Santa Fe, a 45-minute class that many of these students are in and have been with me for almost 3 years in August. And it is the one where we do all the breath work in a chair first, and then we do flow Tai Chi, which means you don't memorize anything. You just follow me, and if I go left and you go right, it doesn't matter. It's just all about getting you to relax and get in a flow. And then we finish with a guided visualization. At this moment, I do not have another class that I'm teaching outside of that. I do teach private and I do have some private students, but I'm also having more requests all the time to teach a group class that would just be through me and not through villages or this program. So I will keep you informed as things develop. But you can look at Villages of Santa Fe and then even on Punch Pass at the schedule. You can see my Tuesday at 11 Central, so 10 Mountain, and it shows you how to buy a pass for that. Or talk to Ann, and she can figure that out for you. And that's what's going on right now. So we had a lot of people out of class today. I know it's the beginning of summer. We just had a holiday weekend. A lot of people either travel the week before or the week after. So hopefully next week we'll have everybody back together and learning. So here's my point. Practice. And remember that that one from the front was actually at about 30 minutes after, if some of you need that front look. Other than that, I think we are out of here, friends. Have a great week, weekend, and I will see you next week.